Hello, I'm Suresh Machu from Machu Tattoos. So yesterday in our social media, one of our client asked the question. So that question we are going to discuss today as a topic. So today the topic is why color tattoos looks dull on dark skin. So when we talk about this topic, there are a lot of skin science behind it. So I'm not going to explain the full process and the full thing because it takes a lot of time and we need to go more technically inside. So I'll be make it briefly as much as possible, and I'll make the things to be short and will give you the best input for you guys to understand. And when it comes to tattooing, in our skin totally 3 layers will be there. One is epidermis, dermis, as well as the constituent fat layers that is below the dermis. So take this 3 as a consideration. Now comes as a normal skin types, there are 3 skin types. Widely we can divide it as a 3 skin types, that is warm skin type, cool skin type and neutral skin type. So first we'll see about what is cool skin type. Cool skin type is the skin type which is having a kind of bluish pinky skin tones. So for them, their veins will be visible as a blue in color. But when it comes to the warm skin tone people, their undertone is warm, so their will be looks like golden, yellow, peachy colors. So their nerves will be looks like green in color. And when it comes to the neutral skin tone people, their skin tone is undergone with the melanin layer of nutrition. So their vein will not look any different colors, it will be looks like normal skin color only. Okay, now what's the reason behind this undertone changes as a cool, warm and neutral? There are our chemicals which involves to change in this skin colors, that is hemoglobin, melanin and keratin. So melanin plays a very important key role in this. As I said you earlier, that 3 layers, epidermis, dermis and fat layers. So when we do the tattoo inks will settle down in the dermis layer, that is the middle layer, and melanin also will stays in the middle layer. Melanin is a thing that will be protect our skin from the sun and UV rays. And hemoglobin, as I said you earlier, hemoglobin is the thing which will be produce the red color content in our skin tone, and keratin which will produce a orangish and yellowish skin tone. So these are all the major chemicals which involves in our skin colors. So as we said earlier, tattooing is going to settle down in the dermis layer. On top of the tattoo ink, melanin is going to settle down. Now I think now you got it correctly. Yes, so depends on this melanin layer's thickness, your tattoo ink pigment is going to visible outside. Yes, correct. So if you are a person having a less pigmentation of melanin, then your tattoo is going to be visible dark outside. If you have a person more pigmentation of melanin, then your tattoo ink will be little dull visibility. So that's why your skin color also and the skin and the vein color also changes. Because of melanin pigment is very less, that will be called as a cool people. Their melanin pigment will be very less. So our veins, their veins will be looks blue in color. And when it comes to the warm people, melanin layer will be little more dark pigmented. So it will be looks like a greenish vein as well as the yellow peachy skin tone. And the neutral people, as I said you, melanin layer will be compromised both the things. So now neutral people which I am talking about, that is the people who having a dark skin complexion. So when you have a melanin layer pigment is darker on the top layer, then you need to choose the tattoo ink which will be have the more pigmentation. As we discussed in our previous videos earlier, we are using a quantum organic ink which have a 75% of pigmentation. That is the highest pigmentation tattoo ink in the industry. So when you do this highest tattoo pigmentation ink, there is the chance of visibility of the ink from the above the skin will be more. And as it's an organic ink, If you don't want the tattoo and if you want to remove it, laser treatment will be very smooth and easy to remove the ink. That's the advantage of the ink which we are using, and that is the costliest ink in the tattoo industry. So that will gives you the best output. And when what I'm talking about is the pigmentation. So when the people who have this neutral skin tone, that is a dark complexion skin tone, for them dark pigments like we can say primary colors like crimson red, royal blue, black, as well as the gray and little more dark green, these are all works well for this neural skin tones. When it comes to that cool skin tone which we are talking about, mostly French people and then the US people, English people will be have that kind of cool skin tone. So for them all the colors will be suit and it will be looks vibrant, but chance of fading will be there in the future too. And when it comes to the complex skin tone, so you can choose by the orange or else a little more warm skin tones. So the warm tones of the inks will be good for the warm skin tone people. As per the skin tones, it will be keep varies. That's why when you go to the tattoo studio, if the tattoo artist suggests if this inks will not suits much on your skin, then please understand that they don't want that to be push you, or they don't want to be that to crush on you to do the same thing. They are more experienced and they knows it how the output is gonna come, so that's why they are suggesting you the same way. For example, in our studio itself, we have faced a lot of clients come for the tattoos, because everybody have that thought that when we do the first tattoo, we want that tattoo to be more colorful and vibrant. Even when I got my first tattoo, I thought, okay, I want the color tattoo, so it will be look so good, everything. So this thought will be have everybody, and we used to suggest them. Obviously, color tattoos will be start to fades in the soon in the quick, and the chance of color tones also will get changed. But they'll be get it done. After that, they used to say that okay, I would have listened to your words. Because of not listening that, now my tattoo looks dull. So all those things. So this happens. So please try to understand this point of view and go ahead through your artist words, because they knows it very better. So for that, you need to choose your artist very wisely. So we'll be breakdown now. For cool skin tone people, all colors will suits, but chance of fading will be there. And the warm skin tone people, reddish, oranges, like a secondary colors will suits well, as well as the primary colors will suits well. And when come to the neutral skin, that is a dark complexion skin, primary colors called as royal blue, black, and then the crimson red and a gray and like a dark green suits very well in that. And some well experienced artist can play with the white color also for this dark complexion people, that gives them more good output. If you see our Instagram portfolios, Suresh Machu tattoos, you go and check it out. We knows to play with that white color, and we'll make the tattoo to be looks more prominent and looks more evident. So that can also be possible with the dark complexion. So all here is choose your studio very professionally and get to know they are using a proper ink which having a high pigmentation. And now cheap tattoos never comes good, and you can't get the pigmentation in your cheap tattoos. So choose your artist wisely, don't dilute.